I'm going to be quite insane here because I've got to do all the filler for the talking. We're waiting for the last rep here, game number 4. Or latest, not last. I honestly don't know how many more games we've got going on. Could be one more. I'm excited regardless. Okay, let's put in this. Let's see here. Fortunately, we don't have to wait for anybody to download the game and just go right into it. Still, I'm going to cast it online. Okay, click OK. Let's get the stream ready to go. Guys, game number 4 for the TLC. Thank you for listening. You heard Sir Joel and me earlier, but now it's just BC Dagger with the entertainment. All right, going to be top here on destination. It is going to be our either blue or purple player vOddy. That's how it goes, guys. And then we're going to have our whitish player, I'm assuming that's the whitish color, trutaCz, as the Zerg down here at the bottom right. 2-position map. And I feel like vOddy is just going to go standard again. It worked out for him. But I talked about in game number 1 and game number 2 that he had this weakness for mutas. And then in game number 3, even though he prepared himself actually pretty well for mutas in his main base, he still, when the mutas did happen, but trutaCz was very successful and able to take out his opponent. So does that mean mutas again? There's a really good opportunity for that on this map just because of the way the main's located. There's some really nice spots that you could hit on the back and just, you know, dive in and out. That's a very good, effective way to play Zerg in ZVP. Or ZVT too. I just think mutas are great on destination. That's my final opinion there. So the pylon being built inside of the main base though, so this is going to be a movie style Protoss play, and it's probably going to be 2 gate. So 1 gateway already coming down right here, and we'll just watch the mineral counter and see if he does drop down a second one. And why is that? Let's go look here. You can't play completely standard ZVP because you have the bridge here, and you can't wall off pylon forge and then gateway because the gateway would be out of the range of the forge here. So the gateway being built right here first, it shows that vOddy understands that there is the subtle differences in ZVP on destination versus the standard macro maps that we got to see in all the other maps earlier played in this game, in this best of series. Okay, so we are looking at an expansion not being taken quite yet, and I wonder if a pylon's going to come down again. It's been pretty much a staple thing for vOddy to do, is to put a pylon at this natural timing. He is going to see the drone. Is he going to drop it down right away, though? That's the question. He's going to just run out of range. I feel like the hatchery could have gone down, but this is a little bit of a do-si-do style going on right now. And look at all these Zerglings going to come out. They're going to clean up this drone, or clean up the probe. I hope they don't kill their drone off. That would be, you know, a violence against their own kind. And you only have that in ZVZs. So the Zealot is going to come out. And what I thought was going to be movie style Protoss is when you drop down a second gate and go for earlier Zealots off those 2 gates. Movie really doesn't. He's one of the players that doesn't play standard ZVP in every match, and I love that about him. Makes his game super interesting in the early game. Although it does have a variance of success and failures that I don't always agree with, which is why when you watch a player like Bisu or Stork, they're going to go for ZVP with that Forge Expand a little bit more often than not, because they know the success rate is that much higher. So looking inside here, we do have the Cybernetics core coming up. Going to go for that gas efficiency thing. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work on every map. I think it's when you have your gas directly north and you put your Cybernetics core right here. I'm assuming that's why it works. Would it work here? Maybe it would work here too. But we are seeing that this is heavy on the gas. So we've got 3 mining drones right here. Is there going to be another gas coming down on the natural? That's really going to determine whether there's mutas or not. Okay, and Sir Joel, he left, but I know that he's been talking about wanting to use lings and drones to glitch lings through the mineral patch, and that's the manliest way to engage an army here. And he actually just mines it out. He doesn't even glitch them. He just straight up mines that out, like a good drone should. But there's this opening here that's not really a threat. It's easily defended by the gateway units that came out earlier on here. Now a Stargate coming up. So this is almost... This is like the Forge expands without the expansion or the Forge. Whereas like he's going Gateway, Stargate, going straight into Corsairs. So still getting that tech out in a pretty timely fashion. Just going to be slightly behind her on economy. Okay, so the Lings are going to be a double threat here. They're going to be challenging at the back here at the ramp. And they're going to be challenging at the front on this frontal ramp inside of the natural base. And they're continuing to come. This re-macro, trutaCz, putting himself in a really good position here. Now going for Lair. I believe he went for speed. Yes, the speed is going to finish up right now. And this is going to be a really aggressive attack. I wonder if he can make it up the ramp effectively, though. These Zealots are going to do a lot of damage before they do get killed off. Still that Dragoon in a really good spot. These Lings are trying to actually bait the Zealots out. And they did. It worked. The Lings now, they can run around the Zealots if they wanted to. But no, they clear out the Zealots out the natural base ramp first. And now they're inside completely and just challenging on all fronts right now. The probes are going to have to get pulled, but this is a lot of Lings coming in here. trutaCz, though, he's not remacroing. Look on the mini-map. There's nothing else coming in here. He's relying just on these Lings solely to do as much damage as possible while he continues to transition. Probably going to go... he could go for Mutas. He's got that layer coming up. But still, these Lings just looking for to do more and more damage. This is kind of looking like the third game that we just saw. Only because vOddy's back on one base again with basically no gateway units. And I mean, where do we sit here? Let's look at trutaCz. He still hasn't taken the gas here. He's really low on econ at the natural base. So behind this, he doesn't have that much economy too. I feel like the Lings got to do a little bit more damage to truly define trutaCz ahead of vOddy in this situation. He did clear off the army though, and that's really important. It's going to keep a lot of the pressure off that vOddy could have had maybe in the next few minutes of the game. With the composition that he had, a couple Zealots, Dragoon, could have applied pressure, just try to outrange some of those sunken colonies and battering ram on the evolution chambers. But it looks like vOddy's just going to give up here. I felt like this was all inish for trutaCz anyway, just because of the lack of drones. And a really quick game number 4. That's going to be it. Okay, let's go on to game number 5 here. We're going to have it ready to go in just a second. Let's change our cam while I grab these. Guys, it's been a really long day. We're almost 4 hours into this cast. So I thank you all for